Again to Joe Stunner Boxing. About, I don't know, a day and a bit ago, I put a poll on the community page of the channel, and the question was, will Tyson Fury versus OLEKSANDR USYK happen? Okay, and the results are in, or at least so far. 439 of you voted, which is quite a lot for this channel. So let's have a look at the results, shall we? So, with 22% of you said yes, it will happen, and it will happen in May. 22% of you, all right? 5% of you said yes, it will happen, but not in May. So in total, 27% of you think that the fight will happen, okay? 27%, so that's just over a quarter. Now, 22% of you thought that no, it will never happen. Fury versus Usyk will never happen. 22% of you thought that. And a further 16% of you said, I've given up caring. Okay. Oh, and 35% of you think that Gareth A. Davis is a massive twat, okay, which is obviously a given. So let's go back to that. Let's go back to that, leaving aside the Gareth vote, which came in top of the tree. Yeah, 16% of you have just given up caring, but only 27% of you think that it'll happen. I mean, if I hadn't put the Gareth A. Davis is a massive twat option, perhaps a few more of you would have, perhaps you were lured. You thought, no, I think it'll happen, but I'm going to vote for Gareth because he's such a twat. So maybe this is a polluted, what's the word, contaminated poll. But I think the message is pretty clear amongst a lot of fans. You know, a lot of you just don't think it's going to happen. And you know what? If you put a gun to my head, I don't think it'll happen either. I just don't. I'll be surprised if it happens. Let's put it that way. I'll be surprised if it happens. Because it's Tyson Fury we're talking about. And this has dragged on and on and on. He ducked Usyk for, well, at least a year. I mean, very least a year. And he's pulled out of fights before many, many times. And as people have pointed out, on one occasion he's meant to have had COVID, then he turned up the following day, or maybe the same day at a UFC event, and then there was the pullout against Vladimir Klitschko. He had a bad ankle, and then he pulled out of at least one other fight I can think of against a Russian guy whose name escapes me. But look, I don't think I'll be surprised if it happens. I want it to happen. I want to be wrong, you know. But do I think it will happen? Nah, not really. Not really. And, of course, the excellent Turkey shaken back, he's put a 10 million quid, or dollars, is it, or whatever the hell it is, 10 million bounty on anyone who goes sick, who pulls a sick note for May. So I don't know where Fury would stand if he pulls out of the fight with that. Wouldn't it be ironic if Usyk actually got injured, genuinely injured, and was forced to pull out and had to pay 10 million quid? I'd be bloody fuming. But obviously, the excellent Turkey, he's way behind Fury. He was there with Fury on that little Zoom call interview thing, singing his praises, saying how wonderful he is. So, I don't know. Nah. I just don't think the fight will happen, at least not in May. I don't. To be honest with you, I'd be surprised if it ever happened now. I just think Fury's not that interested anymore. I think he's at the point where he thinks he needs boxing to stay sane, or to stay relevant, to massage his ego, because he is very narcissistic, and I think he feels he will lose his identity if he quits boxing. But at the same time, I don't see him. I don't see him really wanting to fight anymore. And to be honest, I haven't seen it for a long, long while. And he protects that unbeaten record come hell or high water because he wants to be able to say, I am the best of my era. I don't think he is. Well, I don't think he's proven that he's the best of his era. He may well be. I always thought he'd beat Joshua, but, you know. Anyway, We won't rehash old things. Tell me what you think about these results. Only 27% of people think it'll happen. 22% say no, it'll never happen. 16% say they're giving up caring, and 35% make the obvious statement that Gareth A. Davis is a massive twat. So what do you think of those results? Comments below. As usual, subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the like button. Thanks a lot for your time. Catch you later. Bye for now.